Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Siyamthanda and I have your fave, Mindy Dlangisa, aka the Millennial Mom. Today I'll be doing something different because obviously I usually do more vlogging, less sit downs. So this I think is the beginning of my sit down journey because I don't do a lot. Today we'll be doing what we learned in our 30s, which makes sense because Manny and I are the same age exactly. 89, yeah, so we're both born in 89. So, and yes, we just want to compare notes of, you know, if we're different, the same. So we'll be doing 30 things we learned in our 30s, or we've learned in our 30s.
Still learning.
Awesome. Yeah. So, what's the first thing that you've learned in your 30s?
I used to be extremely sensitive. I'm still sensitive, like I'm a Cancer, but I used to be extremely sensitive and I used to take everything personally. My baby dad is just texting me. That's one of the things I'm learning in my 30s too.
Should I add that?
You can. Hate it. Woo! Guys, I know we're going off topic, but like, okay, 30 things in my 30s. Fuck a baby daddy. That's what I learned.
Mandy?
Okay. Yes, I used to be extremely sensitive. I still am, but I used to take things personally.
Okay.
Like if you say something to me or do something, I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's me. You hate me. I'm just the worst person on earth. Now in my 30s, I don't take things as personal anymore. I'm just like, sometimes it is personal, but most of the time it's not. Like we go through things, and maybe that day when I said hi and you didn't say hi back, you just didn't see me, or you are going through your own things. It's not personal. Everything is personal. It had to take like a long time for me to learn that, and once I learned it, life has become so much peaceful because I don't internalize people's actions anymore. I used to. I'd go home and I'd be like, why are you saying Anbulisanga today? Oh my God, what did I do something to her? Did I hurt her? Did I? And now it's just like, today, maybe I got right. If anything, and I've gotten more also open. Yeah. So now, but maybe say I got right, I'll check on you instead of being like, oh my gosh, you didn't greet me today. Yeah.
Now to touch on that, what I learned in my 30s is that abantu they're just going through
the most. Sure.
Everyone is just go-wishing. It's a go-wisher. So now I've just learned to be more sensitive to other people's feeling or empathetic. I don't know, because I'm most of the time I just mind my own business. So I just learned they're going through the absolute worst in jail. And you find that someone else is actually going through something even worse. So that's...
I just saw a video now of this girl, Ndivua. I think I'm saying her name, I hope, Ndivua. She's like on TikTok. She's always... That girl, you're on TikTok, ne?
I am.
That's straight from my inbox to you. They haven't seen her on a For You page. So she basically always reads out people's issues. So people inbox her their issues and then she reads them out. And I just saw a video about if you think we are Goa, like basically.
Yeah, no, Nama, I've definitely learned that. What else have you learned?
Your turn. I've just you touched on mine. You're just stealing my point.
Well, I've also learned that I actually enjoy being a mom now in my 30s.
Okay.
I do. I think it's
How old were you when you became a mom the first time?
The same as you.
Not fun.
Yeah, so I think I never enjoyed being a mom before because I didn't experience being a mom because if you watch one of my previous videos, you notice that my son said Siya.
Yes.
And then I asked, and he asked me, so I think he thinks I'm his friend, but he knows I'm his mom. But yeah, so I think only when I was 25, when I had my second child, then I started experiencing being a mom. And then I had my third child when I was
2021.
Yeah, so I was 32, I think.
Yes, we were 32.
I was 32. So it's only now that I actually feel like an actual mom.
Yeah.
So, and I actually think I enjoy it. In fact, yeah, I enjoy it.
Do you?
I do. I actually enjoy it.
That's nice.
I actually, if it wasn't for medical complications, I actually think I would have more kids.
Yeah.
In fact, I always thought I would have at least 4 kids. So
I think I enjoy the idea of having a lot of kids, but I don't know if I would enjoy being a mom to a lot of kids. I think I'd love it when they're older and then we go out for lunches and sport dates and vacations. But like when they're young, it's just like so crazy. But I like the idea of having a lot of kids. Between in my ideal world, both my baby daddies have 2 other children.
Okay.
And I've got 2. Now imagine if we all came together, I'd have 6 kids. Like, for me, that's the dream. Wow, oh my God, I've got 6 kids. But I like the idea of it, but I'm not sure if I would be able to raise
all 6.
2. I can definitely raise all 6 because there are other parties involved. They have their own parents, you know. Yes. So I'd be part of raising them, but I'm not sure if I would be able to bear and raise 4 other children right now. On your own. I do like the idea of, you know, when you forget your kids' names.
Yeah.
Like I just like the idea of having a lot of kids, but I'm not sure if I'm capable of.
I've started doing that because so I'll just say vuvu.
You know who I'm speaking. You know who you are. So, I like that. I like that. I don't know. I don't enjoy being a mom, but I think for me, I don't enjoy it because I do it alone.
Yeah.
I think that now.
I think if you had like support. Here you do have support, obviously. You've got your friends, and then in Durban you have your parents. Yes, but I think if you had like full
baby
time,
daddy, baby daddy,
hands on, you probably enjoy it.
You're right, because when he is around, I actually do get a break, and it's just when my sister babysits for me, it's different than when he. I'm not going to say babysits, when he parents. When my sister is babysitting, if something goes wrong, she'll call me and say, oh, what do I do? What do I do? But when he's around and something is wrong, he doesn't call me to say, what do I do? He handles it because you're a parent. So the little co-parents that I've tasted makes me feel like, oh damn, if we could do this right, I probably would start enjoying being a mother. It's just that being a full-time mom with no help,
I get it. Because now I do have help, so my kids are away, my mom takes them gay weekends, then during the week the dad is there sometimes, but I know that I look forward to the weekend someone's gonna help me. So no matter how stressed out I am during the week, I know that at least come weekend I'm gonna get a bit of a break. And now my little one Ilang has also started going to Ekaya, so it's
I think another thing I've learned in my 30s, I just had it. I guess it goes back to the first point I made, but not everything is personal, but also that thing about not everyone's gonna like you and you're not gonna like everyone, and it's okay. Like, it's actually okay. I think, I don't know if it's like a childhood thing where I've always wanted to be liked. But the older I get, the more I realize my personality doesn't allow me to be liked by everyone. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm not like, my personality is not one that everyone likes.
Oh, you're Mali.
Basically. But it had to take a lot of years to accept that, because I'd be like, I'm such an amazing person. Why doesn't everyone like me? You know?
I get it.
Then I also realized I don't like everyone. You know, and it's hard when people, you just like, you don't even know me, but you don't like me, but it's okay. I like myself, and that's the only important person I need to like to be liked by.
That's important. Now another thing that I learned in my 30s is that I don't have to have my ducks in a row. I thought by 30 I would have this and that and this and that, but I've learned isn't it, they just fall into place. So I don't have to have everything perfect, because nothing is perfect. I think it also goes back to the fact that everyone is just going through everything. So, and socials, our parents didn't know that other people are doing other things.
They just only had their neighbors to compare themselves with.
It will be
that's it.
So now there's social media, the people telling their stories, and you just know about you don't have to have your ducks in order.
You don't. And I'm very grateful. There's a good and bad side of social media. The bad side is that it's fake, and sometimes we fall into that trap of comparing ourselves with the people. Not to say it's fake. Let me not say it's fake. There are parts where they're posting houses and cars, and you're just like, hi man, we're the same age, we went to the same school, we do the same thing, why aren't I there? But then there's the other side of social media where there's us who are honest about things. There's the other side, like I'm on the side of TikTok where it's women in their 40s, 50s, and they're always giving advice to what I tell my 20-year-old self, what I tell my 30-year-old self. And it's always so good to listen to them. They don't have their shit together, and they're in their 40s, 50s, and you're just like, thank God for this, because who would have told me?
Yeah. If anything, you thought that your Guinness should be okay.
Yeah. What do you mean you're in your 40s and you don't have a house? For me in my head, I'm just like, hi, boss, what have you been doing? But then sometimes I'm like, I'll probably be in my 40s without owning a house as well, you know? So it's just one of those, and it's okay. Like, the women who speak on social media are making it okay for us to know, but you just don't rush into things. Don't get into debt trying to buy things because I should have a house by this age. I should have,
Okay.
I'm learning of late is to always, I've learned in my 30s, is my intuition is never wrong.
Is it?
Trust your intuition. I found myself before in situations where my body told me not to be here, but I didn't listen to it, and I found myself in dangerous situations and situations that are just not ideal. But I'm like, if only I just listened to my gut and I stayed at home, you know, like going out to parties. Like, listen to that. There's a thing inside you that tells you to go or not to go, and listen to it, to do or not to do, to give this person a chance or not to give this person a chance. Your body tells you, your body, listen to it. I've learned to listen to it. If I'm sitting with the Sia and I'm uncomfortable vibes, I know I need to stop forcing this friendship, and it's my body telling you that Sia is not your person, not that you're not. I'm just making it sound.
Basically, you're saying energies.
Yes.
Reading people's energies. Listening to your intuition.
Listening to your intuition. Okay. It's something I never used to do. I'd be like dating men when it feels wrong. Okay. It feels wrong, but I'm dating him. And then gizowazi later on why it was feeling wrong. So now I'm just like, trust my intuition, but trusting your intuition means trusting yourself, and most of us don't trust ourselves. Okay. So, because we've made some horrible decisions before, so sometimes your body goes to fight or flight, but you when yourself, Amanda, you have put me in difficult situations. Why should I trust you now? Yes. But I'm slowly learning. It's very important for me to trust my intuition and listen to it when it comes to decisions, and just trust myself. Yeah.
Now, one thing I've learned is to actually take my own advice. Guys are very big on advising other people, and I usually don't take my own
I never take my own advice.
But I've learned in my 30s that I think I'm pretty good advising people. And so
I never take my own advice. I always tell my friends, leave him. Yeah. Behind closed doors, I ain't leaving him. He's not good for you. He's selfish. He's this. And behind closed doors, I'm dealing with the same thing. But I'm just like, I need to stop also.
Taking your advice is the way to go. It is. Also, back to the trusting your intuition. I think I'm going to trust the things in this funayo, and just letting go. Letting God. Let God, yeah. Just trusting the decisions that I'm going to make moving forward, because I feel like the decisions that I've made the past year or two have been good. Yeah. And like I've also got a lot of things to decide, and I always am like wobbly, like is it not? But I feel like the decisions that I've made in the past year have really been beneficial to me. Just do it.
So going forward, you know, if you've been doing so well in the past year, going forward, you know you'll continue doing well. Yeah. Trust yourself.
That's back to that trust yourself, man. Yeah.
I think in my 30s, I'm learning also taking care. Speaking of trusting yourself, taking care of yourself is important. I wish I started therapy earlier on in life. I used to go to therapy for events, like The first time I went to therapy, I'd lost my boyfriend. So my mom didn't know what to do with me. So she just shoved me to therapy. And then the second time I was in therapy, I had, then I lost a baby. And I wasn't coping with all of that was happening in my body. And the third time I was in an abusive relationship and he almost killed me that day. And then at work they forced me, I cast the free therapy you get at work thing. They forced me, but you have to go to therapy immediately. So my therapy has always been event-based. Oh, something happened, let me go to therapy. I've never been someone who goes to therapy just for vibes. And then last year I decided, let me just do therapy for vibes. And I enjoyed it so much. It's because, you have to literally dig in and remove some layers and talk about things that you thought you were okay with.
And uncomfortable things.
Uncomfortable.
Now, I don't want to go to therapy because I don't want to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, and you will be. You will be, but I'm learning that taking care of ourselves in our 30s is so important. I wish I did it earlier. Therapy, gym, like taking care of yourself mentally, physically, and I guess therapy also counts with the emotionally as well. It's very, very important. I wish I did it sooner. It is uncomfortable, I'm not even gonna lie. It's very, very uncomfortable, and it's just like sometimes I'll tell my sister, I'm just like, my therapist is going on a year sabbatical. And until June 2025 from now. I have a last session with her this week or next week. I don't know. And she says to me, do you want me to recommend someone else in the year or will you wait for me? I was like, I'll wait because I'm just tired of being so away. Give it toxic just a little bit because therapy just makes you so aware of your surroundings, aware of yourself. It makes you hold yourself accountable, and sometimes you don't want that. Sometimes I just want to be crazy and toxic.
I was about to ask, will you be okay without therapy?
I don't know.
But you just want to be toxic and just yourself,
a little bit,
and not think about things then.
Because I'm always just like with the situation that happened yesterday, how I felt bad the entire day. Any other day, before therapy, I would have been like, I say what I say. But now therapy is just like, oh, Amanda, did you really have to react that way? Did you have, I'm tired of holding myself accountable. So I'm looking forward to the next year where I'm not in therapy.
But you've been to therapy before, so you're probably going to hold yourself accountable.
I probably will, yeah. And also, having a therapist holds you accountable.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, man.
But will you be able to just SMS her and say, hey?
Yeah, fuck well. Yeah. I can't. I'm on a break. She's not working. But yes, basically a huge thing I'm learning is we have to take care of ourselves. Yes, just to conclude, take care of yourself. You don't have to have a gym membership. You can gym at home,
So another thing that I learned in my 30s is that you don't lose weight quickly.
Oh, instead you gain it quickly.
I joined the gym a few months ago and I've been struggling. And there's over time it's because my diet is not.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't it
great?
20% gym and 80% kitchen?
But the gym does make me feel better.
Gym is good.
In fact, another thing that I learned is that I actually like going to the gym. I enjoy it because I think before I used to go to the gym just to go to the gym. But Moga, I'm going to the gym for my mental health.
It's great, ne?
Yeah.
You feel so good.
I think this time I'm not really too worried about the numbers. It's just that I noticed that it's a lot harder to lose weight when in your 30s.
It really is. It really is.
Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. I'm there for therapy. While you paying a therapist, nah.
Get it at the gym.
Plus the sauna, there are so many ladies. That's where you get advice.
Advice from
the therapy is there.
It's there. And speaking of those ladies, and I think I've learned in my 30s is the importance of friendships. I've always loved having friends and had friends, but the older I get, the more I'm just like, your community is important. Yeah, when I'm all cool about the sauna and ladies and advice, it doesn't even have to be those women are not your friends, but the community of women, like women relationships, so amazing. Also, your memory card is on 4 minutes.
Oh no, I'm sure it's something.
Okay. The importance of community, and they don't really have to be your friends or your bosom buddies that you visit. Find a community, whether it's a mommy community, a gym community. Yeah. It's so important to be able to have a group of women that you feel safe around.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not really big on friendships.
Yeah.
Nah, I told you I'm quick to cut friends off because I uphold friends to like a different standards. I know people are like, why your boyfriend will do something and you'll forgive him, why not your friends? Because your friends are the people, they know what you're going through, so how dare you do me like that? So because of that, I'm quick to just like, I can't. And this person, as I said, knows your problem, so it's just like, it's the biggest betrayal, man.
It is. No, it really is.
But
it really is.
With that being said, I also understand your point. It's so nice having a community of women to engage with and to uplift and that. But for me, it doesn't necessarily have to be people that are like
it doesn't have to be your bosom buddies. It can be literally, as you said, women you meet at the gym, or a mommy club. When you drop off your kids, there are times where you just drop them off and pick them up and chill outside with the other mummies. You know, they're not your friends.
I've got rugby moms.
You see,
Chichi. Rugby mom.
Hi Chichi, shout out to you. Like, yes, like for me sometimes when I drop off, or when I pick, especially during pick up, I'll meet other moms there, and then we just end up talking and just going on and on about things, and your soul feels so good afterwards because you just feel like, oh, you're just a group of women.
Offloaded.
I don't even know them.
Yeah.
We'll do it again maybe next week.
No, that's it.
I do.
Anything else you learned?
I've learned that this is PG 18. If there's a child in the room, they can go.
It's a chance.
I like sex, and sex is important, and sex is nice. I think that in my 20s, I used to have sex for the sake of having sex with the person I'm with. In my 30s, because I love myself more and I'm more comfortable in my body, I enjoy it because I get to... In my 20s, I was a Nando's chicken. I was just like, okay, just do what you need to do.
Okay, girl.
Now, I am very experimental. I am very fluid, and I'm very free with it. And I actually enjoy it. And it's irritating me because I was just like, for the longest time, I thought I hated it. But I think I was just maybe A, having it with the wrong people, and B, I wasn't comfortable with my body. Now, I feel like I'm having it with the right person and I am comfortable with my body, and even if I'd have it with someone else, because I'm this comfortable in my skin and my body, I like it, and it has taken me a good number of years to get here.
Also experience
experience
helps. Well, now I've had it with the
same person for how many? 10,000 years.
10,000 years.
But then it get better. Yes,
it does.
I like that to go to you. When you have it with the same person, it gets better because you're comfortable with this person.
Yeah.
And you explore and you do things. I can't wait to like sleep with one man for like the next 50 years. I'm looking forward to that.
It definitely does get better. And Nobuntle did say that the older you get, the higher the drive. You get like, so it's really enjoyable.
It had to take me being in my 30s to know that. And the irritating thing about that is that I broke up with my baby daddy when I was 32. And then I was celibate for 2 years. I'm 35 this year. I only started having sex this year. The last time I had sex was in December 2020, and I only started having sex this year. It's 2024. So 2021, 2022, 2023, I wasn't having 3 years. And I'm just like, I've wasted the best sex years of my life.
I'm here to say, get it, girl. Get it. What else have I learned in my 30s? Another thing that I've learned is that change is good. Change is good. I think it also goes back to that meditate of trusting
your decisions.
Your decisions. So change is good. Moving forward,
keep that in mind. I agree.
Change is good.
It's scary, but it's good.
I'm just thinking. I'm just looking back and just thinking. Change is good. And I think there's going to be like a lot of changes this year for me. So I think based on what we were talking about, I'm just trying to cement the decision. But anyway,
I think what I want to say also about learning I've always been someone who leaves situations that are not conducive for me. But I think in my 30s, I'm learning boundaries, and it's okay. Like sometimes you say no and you feel bad. I don't feel bad anymore when I say no if something's not working out for me, or I'm just like, okay, I'm going to leave the situation. Also, learning that when I was younger, I used to think that when exes come back, it means I'm the best. They can't live without me. Now I'm learning that when an ex comes in and out, in and out, in and out, they just disrespectful. It's disrespectful. And then now, because men always come back, so that goes back to that boundary thing now. Guti, I've been tested a lot lately with men who come in and out of my life, and then because I've learned boundaries and I've learned to say it's okay. I'd rather be single than to go back to you. And it's been so difficult to learn that, because we are told that, oh, so boy, man, will always come back or whatever. You're told that when people come back, it means they miss you. And having to let go of that, even with friendships, we're told, but I mean, if you have a friendship fall out and they come back, it means they miss you. And you're just like, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know if you're coming back to see if I'm still stupid or if you really are remorseful, but having to learn to create boundaries and stick to them and make sure that I don't feel bad for the decision I'm making, whether it's for the greater, maybe whether it doesn't feel right at the moment or not, but like having to just learn to stick to boundaries and stick to my word and just respect myself enough to be like, why do you keep coming back? And why do I keep allowing it?
Men love themselves and they'll leave you. Men will leave you every chance they get. They will choose themselves all the time. So.
And then when they feel as if whatever they chose is not working out, then they come back. And then you're thinking, oh my God, he always comes back. It's because you take him, like you...
Basically, you've got stupid written
here. Dumb.
So yeah. But the last thing that I've learned in my 30s is that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay. You don't have to pretend, because when you're a parent especially, it's easy to just push it out in the rug because you don't want the kids to see you're not okay. You don't want the kids to see you're not okay, basically. So it's okay to be vulnerable and not okay.
Definitely.
Take a day, just
and when I even
cover yourself
say
with blankets and
it's okay.
cry.
Like you don't want your kids to see. It's actually okay for your kids to see that. I've never seen my mom cry.
Is it?
Ever. And that made me, for the longest time, feel like crying is wrong. Being vulnerable is wrong.
Come to think about it,
have you ever seen your mom cry?
If I was probably the same age as my little kids.
I've never seen her cry at funerals.
Someone died. I think the only time I saw her cry was when my dad died in 2010. But now
someone died.
And I think she was crying because she felt bad for me more than
she was crying for herself. So same. I've only seen my mom cry at funerals or when she loses someone, but I've never just seen her breaking down like, I'm not okay, I'm not okay. Like a few years ago, my mom checked herself into a mental institution and we didn't know.
Is it?
She didn't feel like there was, the year she turned 50, my sister and I went home to go throw her a surprise party. And then when we get home, my dad is just like, oh, she's not here. I'm like, where is she? Then my dad gives us the address of where she is. Then my sister and I drive there and I'm just like, this is a mental place, you know. Then I asked for permission if we can just get her discharged for the Saturday, because Uzobuya Monday, because it was her 50th birthday. And she came out, and she still, till today, she never told us why she was. She doesn't have to tell us why she was there, but I've never seen my mom being vulnerable with us. I know she goes through things, and because of that, made me grow up, made me realize that it's strong to cry, it's strong to be vulnerable, it's strong and it's okay sometimes to show your kids that you're human. Cry in front of them, you know. I mean, obviously don't like but like it's okay for them to see
that it's okay.
It's okay. Like what you're saying, it's okay to not be okay. Even for your kids, it's okay for them to say. I sometimes say to my kids, but mommy's not okay today. Please just leave her alone. Or if you're gonna be around mommy, just give her a hug.
Okay.
Mommy's not okay. So just to add on to your point, basically.
I think I'm still learning. I'm still learning because now I've got boys, so
even better.
I know. Well, I always teach them that it's okay, especially for boys. We're dealing with men who don't know how to deal with the emotions.
Because they were told men don't cry.
They don't know how to deal with them. They die in depression alone. They can't speak. They treat women badly because they can't understand their emotions.
Misdirected anger and stuff.
So basically, it's okay to not be okay. Well, I think that closes all. That's the end of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Mandy, for joining me.
Anytime. Next time I come to the Eastern Cape, we're going to do another. And I always say my husband's in the Eastern Cape, so
I'll make the cake for you.
Sia has agreed to make a cake when we do find the husband in the Eastern Cape.
I will definitely find that.
I'll be a frequent visitor that side.
Yeah, but thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you also for hosting me.
Pleasure. I must come back.
I'm moving in.
Yeah,
I love this house so much. I'm moving in. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.
Feeling like everybody keeps winning, world keeps on spinning.